Hello, I'm Kirsty and I'm the maker and designer at Little Black Cat Jewellery. Kernowcraft have invited me along today to show you a day in the life of a jeweller. So here we go. I started making jewellery back in 2004. I was diagnosed with ME and then later I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, and I had to do something to keep my brain busy. So one of my occupational therapists suggested I try a craft, something that was therapeutic, something I really enjoyed, and I've always collected gemstones and seashells. So as with the love of jewellery, that's where it began. I taught myself to create gemstone beaded pieces, so they're quite heavy gemstone necklaces with loads of lovely banded agates and things like that involved with them. And then I moved on and started using wire work with beads, and then I went into hand stamping, which I still do now, and then I taught myself silversmithing as well, so I'm completely self-taught. It's part of what I love about making jewellery, is that there are so many different avenues to go down and so many different things to learn. I've recently been teaching myself sandcasting, which is a great way of using recycled silver, using up all those scraps you've got and making them into something beautiful. Here's a little of what I make at the moment. So this is one of my new forget-me-not pieces that's set with 9-carat gold centres inside each flower, and then also my lovely lunar moon ring, which I'm obsessed with. And then I use a lot of gemstones in my pieces, as you can see. So I have these little beautiful teardrop pieces with amethyst and a selection of gemstones to go in them. And then I also do quite a lot of hand piercing as well. So this is one of my favourite little guys. It's one of my little hedgehog pieces. So I don't know if you can just see him there, but we are very lucky that we get a lot of wild hedgehogs in our garden. So we feed and provide houses for them as well. And we release some for our local wildlife hospital too, which is really lovely. So I'm going to do you a little tour of the workshop and see what you think. So this is my walk to my studio. Welcome to my back garden. It's a lovely walk to work. Well, it is in the sunshine. When it's raining, it's really not. This is our hedgehog feeding station. If you've seen me over on Instagram, you'll know that we release hedgehogs for our local wildlife hospital. And of course, they need food and water. So here we go. This is my workshop. Welcome. So I've been set up in here for about 3 years now. This was a purpose-built heavy-duty wooden shed. As you can see, I can see outside through all the windows. It's lovely. Absolutely lovely to be able to see outside and into the sunshine too. And I have everything set up in here. It's full of tools, full of storage. My dad hand built my bench down this end for me, and there are a lot of cats that feature in the workshop. Black ones, obviously. So yeah, all sorts going on in here. Lots of safety gear too. Yeah, so here we are. This is where I do all of my work. You can see my silversmithing bench at the far end, and here's my stamping bench to the right. And then this is my packing desk here. I have a lot of storage in here, all sorts going on. All of my cabs are stored in here. Here we go over to my silver bench. You'll see I love little nifflers because obviously they hoard silver and all sorts of sparkly. And so do I. These are all my little drawers where I keep lots of important bits. You'll see there's quite a bit of kit on here. I've got my bangle mandrels. And then I'll come around, so it's a squirrel just landing on my roof. Happens quite regularly. It's either a squirrel or a cat. Down here, this is all my stamping kit. My lovely Dudley the Durston. All of my tools have names. So this is Dudley the Durston. He came at Christmas, and yeah, he's a much loved member of the team. My packaging desk again. So these are all my boxes down here. I've made a load up and they all just live in here for when they're ready to go. And then this here is my gemstone tower. So let's see what I can show you. There are gemstones galore in here. It's actually quite hard to open now. But I have a little bit of everything pearls, some of my favourites. All sorts going on in here. Yeah, all the pretties. To make my own head pins, because then I know they are exactly the size I need. I usually make them a bit longer than I need, so I've got a nice tail to cut off as well. But yeah, it's quite easy, as you can see. So the hoops have just come out of the safety pickle I've got going in the background. You see they're nice and white now and due a clean up. I'm just getting my Dremel ready for cleaning up. I'm going to smooth some of the edges in on the earrings and get them nice and shiny. Here's the noisy bit. So the hoops are now looking pretty good. They're quite, my hands are not so much. But yeah, they're looking nice and shiny. So the next step, I will be putting them into the barrel polisher where they will get shiny and work hardened even more so. So while that's on, because it's really noisy, I'm going to go and take a break. So this little one is Rosie, and she's just flown out of the bushes to come and say hello. It would be rude not to. She loves a bit of sunshine. Her brother is around somewhere, but you'll have to excuse her naked tummy. She's just had a major operation, bless her, a week or two ago, and yeah, she's obviously recovering pretty well, as you can tell. But yeah, she does look a little naked, bless her. Meditate during the day to try and help control my energy levels and keep them quite steady with the ME and the fibro. So this is what I've come to do in my break. I listened to a guided meditation on my mobile via an app. There's some really good ones on available free, and sometimes I'm lucky enough to get a kitty cuddle at the same time too. I find it really helps actually. I meditate throughout the day. I do 3 or 4 sessions a day for about 15 to 20 minutes, and they do help to give me that bit more energy to keep going with. So yeah, I'll see you on the other side. And back down the garden. I remembered about 15 minutes into the meditation, like right near the end, that actually I'd forgotten to put the head pins in the tumbler, hadn't I? So yeah, I'm back again. So I quite often get joined by a pussycat or two. I have 2 black rescue cats. This is Bertie and my little female is Rosie. They like to make sure that I'm taking breaks when I should be, and they come and enforce them, generally by trying to sit on my lap, which is always helpful, really. But he's happy. What are you doing? Come on. Hey, silly sausage. So these guys are the first ones to get fed in the morning. I'm not allowed breakfast until they've eaten. This one in particular has got noisyitis. He likes to meow an awful lot to ask for his breakfast, don't you, mate? So yeah, you don't get any peace and quiet until there is food in the cat. So if I'm not sitting in my chair at my bench, he will come and sit in it for me, and then we have an argument over whose chair it actually is. It is mine. But Bertie is convinced that it's his place. He has his own bed in the workshop. Rosie doesn't, which isn't favouritism. It is just because she prefers to stamp over everything that I'm trying to do at the time, or fall asleep in boxes that I'm trying to use for packing. So yeah, it's all good fun. You might notice as well that there are lots and lots of beach themed bits and pieces going on. So I am an avid beach comber. I collect a lot of shells. These are from one of our local beaches here in Essex. These are from Frinton, and lots of sea glass as well, which I do use in some of my jewellery. I keep everything in jars so I can see it and get to it when I need to. And there's some more shells and bits down here as well, and a big jar of sea glass in there as well. And you might also find, oh, he's just getting in his bed, bless him, that there's lots of leaves. I really like textures in jewellery and in my silver. I love these little Chinese lanterns. They're really good for textures and just a bit of inspiration. And I've got this hydrangea head back here, which I'm hoping will go through my rolling mill at some point. My next step for these lovely little hoops is to do some more polishing. So the Dremel is coming back out, more safety gear is going on, and they should be lovely and shiny by the time I've finished. Oops. I'm just going to clean everything up with a polishing cloth, and they'll be nearly ready to have their little gemstones on them. These ones are going to be little shells on the bottom. Just going to get the polish off. It's a wonderful black colour. You don't want that on there. I tend to make 1 or 2 pieces at a time rather than having a lot of stock around. So I'm trying to be as sustainable as possible with my business, and I don't want a lot of stock sat that isn't going to sell. So I now use acid-free tissue paper. I'm using recyclable cardboard boxes. I use ethically sourced gemstones, and I use eco-sterling silver as well, which has been recycled from the medical and electronics trade. So I'm trying to do what I can to reduce the footprint of my little business on our environment. So now I'm going to finish up my hoop earrings. These are the head pins I made earlier, and I'm going to wire wrap them to the hoops with a simple wrap. So it's a simple loop just popped on there, and then I'm going to wrap them around, keep them nice and secure, and then any offcuts like these tails here will go into my scrap pot, and then I can reuse them for something else. So they're going to look a little like that. Pretty little pink shells. So yeah, I'll just put the other one together. And now I have 2 pink hoops. Pink shell hoops, there we go. I thought I'd just show you how I package my orders. to show you my packing desk. These are my postage labels, stationery, map of everywhere in the world that I've gone to. There's a few more down the bottom which I'm very pleased to see. And these are the jewellery care leaflets that come in with your orders, and they contain lots of information on the back about how to look after your jewellery, how to keep it clean and how to store it. And then you also get a postcard which has a few images of my pieces on, along with a personalised message on the back. I use acid-free tissue paper for my orders as well, and I'll just show you in some of my packaging drawers down here. These are my boxes. I've got these lovely Matchbox style boxes which are all made from recycled card. And then down here I have my lovely jute gift bags which are made from sustainable jute, which can be farmed, and then it actually biodegrades as well. So I upgraded these from my organza bags because I know organza is a form of plastic and it can't break down in the environment, whereas these ones do. And they look really cute too. Also got snuck in here some eco paper tape as well. Of course it had to be purple, and I might have snuck in some rainbows too. They're always really useful for packing orders. All of my stickers which come on your packages like this, they are all actually made from recycled paper too. So and they're also made from a local business that I think the world of. You'll find more about her over on my Instagram. But yeah, these are great, and I like to try and keep my packaging as recyclable and biodegradable as possible. So I use these recyclable cardboard boxes, as I say, the acid-free tissue as well, and then the item comes ready to go to you in a Royal Mail large letter size. Now it's time for a bit of a chill out. I'm feeling really sleepy now, quite tired, so that's me for the day. It is about 7:15 and I've just made myself a nice hot drink, and I've got some biscuits. If I'm lucky I might get a kitty cuddle. I love sitting out here by our pond. I've got my book with me, and I tend to sit out here on our bench with my feet up and yeah, have a bit of a chill out. Sound of water's so relaxing, isn't it? It's really lovely. And we have got some fish actually. There are some fish in the bigger pond. You just see them moving about now and then. Yeah, and please excuse the netting. Because we have hedgehogs, we have hedgehog-proofed the pond. Bertie's just coming to show you that he likes to drink out of the pond as well. Yeah, they appreciate it. They can get to the waterfall bit and have a nice drink out of there. What are you up to? Wee, silly sausage. What are you doing? Come on, space. Bertie. Nope. He's decided it's tea time because I finished work. It is not tea time yet. So my last jobs of the day will be to go and clean out the hedgehog food and water station and make sure they're all clean and ready to go for tonight. Yeah, that will be me. What are you doing? Yep, no food. He's off. Cheers. Don't forget that you can find me over on Instagram at littleblackcatjewellery.com, and you can also find me online at www.littleblackcatjewellery.com. And don't forget to check out Kernowcraft. Take care. Bye.